Dear students, in continuation of last video lecture that was about the dop preparation of acrylic fiber, now the acrylic fiber spinning processes, in which, as I mentioned already in the last lecture, that there are the two processes. One is the wet spinning process and another is the dry spinning process, are well established and popularly used worldwide in industries for the acrylic fiber production. In the wet spinning, the DOP is first deaerated and filtered, and the DOP is extruded through a spin rate with so many number of holes, say 10,000 to 60,000, nowadays up to more than 1 lakh number of holes in a single spin rate is used. The DOP is extruded through a spin rate capillary into a liquid bath containing coagulant. It is necessary to note that the polymer is not soluble in the coagulant, but the coagulant is miscible with the spinning DOP. Yes, you have to understand here, the polymer is not miscible with the coagulant, but the coagulant is miscible with the spinning DOP solvent. So that's why here the fiber formation occur rapidly by the phase separation mechanism and is drawn out of the bath for the subsequent top processing. Here need to be understand the phase separation mechanism. As you know, the mixing of the coagulant with DOP solvent, so that reduce the overall concentration of the DOP, and because of the reduction of the overall concentration of the solvent is no more power to, or no more able to keep the polymer in the dissolved condition. So automatically the phase separation takes place, solidification takes place, and here the low spinning speed is kept in the wet spinning because of very high number of filaments in the spin rate. Is the economical, from the economical aspect, these numbers are kept here. So that's why the slow spinning speed, that is 3 to 20 meters per minute, is kept. And so, but this has the advantage of allowing the subsequent processes like washing, stretching, drawing, finishing, cutting, baling, all and top packaging can be carried out continuously. You can see here the diagram for wet spinning. Here a metering pump and valve, and you can see here the coagulating bathtub, and the finally, as the filament formed, is go for the post spinning operations, that is the toe processing. Now the dry spinning, the acrylic can also be spun by the dry spinning technique. Yes, here the DOP is prepared with the same technique as used for the wet spinning here, but here the only difference is the high concentration of the polymer solid is kept in the organic solvent, that is 25 to 32%, while in wet spinning that was about you can say here 8 to 12% in most of the cases, and in the few cases it is up to 15%. The polymer solid is kept. Nowadays in fewer industries are using in wet spinning also the higher polymer solid up to more than 20%. The spinning is dry spinning. The DOP is prepared initially heated. Yes, as the DOP prepared at low temperature is initially first heated to make a clear transparent solution, and this heated to the level of 100 to 125 degrees centigrade. This increase of rise of temperature give an advantage. At the time of dry spinning, the temperature is raised to the more than 300 up to 400 degrees centigrade. In the drying chamber, it will take less time or reduce the height of the drying chamber because this initial increase of the heating this initial increase of the temperature of the DOP before extrusion. So then it is metered to a spin rate. The spin rate is situated in the top of the drying chamber and having a varying number of holes, may be 1500 to 2500 number of holes. Design of a drying duct. You can see here this diagram of a drying chamber. It is double jacketed, you can see here, and you can see the height of the drying chamber is capped 5 to 6 meter, diameter is 0.5 to 0.6 meter, and spinning speed is capped about 300 to 400 meter in most cases, but nowadays it is up to 1000 meters per minute is spinning speed is also used. It is double jacketed, and in the outer jacket the hot fluid is continuously flowing with a temperature of 180 to 200 degrees centigrade. So that's why the temperature of inside the drying chamber is kept higher than this easily. So DOP is extruded in the drying chamber at 350 to 400 degrees centigrade. A hot inert gas is flowing that help to maintain the temperature on the top side of the extrusion. This drying chamber, it is about 350 to 400 degrees centigrade. So this hot inert gas is flowing from top to bottomward direction. The solvent is get evaporated. Yes, that in the DOP the solvent, so for example the dimethyl formamide, its boiling temperature is 153.6 degrees centigrade, get evaporated at a high temperature. So that's why the filament formation takes place. Here you can see the one-way mass transfer occurs during the drying operation. Yes, means the solvent get evaporated first. Outer layer is evaporated, and the outer to fill the outer layer, from inner core of the liquid filament, the solvent molecules diffuse from core to sheet, and then further the evaporation takes place. In such manner the one-way mass transfer of the solvent takes place, and that now as from moving from top to bottomward direction, the inert gas plus the solvent vapor is moved downward side, and it is sucked from the drying chamber from bottom side, and the inert gas is separated by condensation from the solvent go for the recovery and recycled, and inert gas is again heated and it is also recycled. As the filament formed go for the top processing. The filaments leaves the column and still contain, but here important to note, still contain 10 to 20% solvent residue. The filament bundles are subsequently drawn at a predetermined speed and deposited in cans. Yes, important to note here, 10 to 20% solvent residue that facilitate the drawing in the subsequent process to improve the overall mechanical properties of the final filament. The filament bundles from many cans are joined together into a big toe of 0.5 to 1 million, means 5 lakh to 10 lakh denier big toe filaments are obtained, and then it is fed into a toe processing line. The fibers obtained from the dry spinning, yes, important to compare here with the wet spinning. The the fibers from the obtained from the dry spinning process are more regular and compact structure with a dog bone shape cross section. Yes, the cross section view of the acrylic fiber is dog bone shape, but this depend on the rate of evaporation divided by the rate of diffusion, and it is much higher than 1, so that's why the dog bone shape occurs. And considering the techno-economics of both the processes, dry as well as wet spinning, the dry spinning process come out of more expensive because of cost of heating and gas circulation system and solvent recovery. Yes, it is important here to compare to compare the structure of dry and wet spun fibers, acrylic fibers. Dry spun fiber shows high bulkiness, better elastic recovery from deformation, excellent handle because of its regular and compact structure than the wet spinning, while the wet spun acrylic fiber have softer handle and fleecy and some waxy in nature, but can be easily dyed because of less compact structure. Weight spinning is also suitable for high denier filaments, more than 8 to 10 deniers means coarser filament. But here the in case of dry spinning for high deniers, the technological problems and as well as the techno economics do not allow to spin the high denier filaments with the dry spinning by the for the acrylic fibers. Thank you.